Good morning, friends and fiends, and welcome back to Diamonds and Dragons. This is my weekly Minecraft stream where we build classic Dungeons and Dragons maps and maps from modern tabletop role-playing game creators. We are on week 7 of our build of Marpenoth Hall by Dyson Logos. We're making really good progress. We've finished up the courtyard. We finished up part of the first floor, and hopefully today we will be able to finish up the rest of the first floor of Marpenoth Hall. We may not totally get to that, but I think we might be able to. So yeah, we are making pretty good progress. I spent a little bit of time between streams. I started work on another Ko-fi member build, which is not finished, but I will show off what we've got so far. That is for one of my cherished Ko-fi members, Gusty, who was actually the first Ko-fi member that ever joined. So we're gonna show that off today. I see Stonehome Games is in the chat. Welcome in, Stonehome. How you doing? We're gonna go ahead and hop into the game. I do have a couple little things to show off, but I'll do that a little bit later on. I spent a little bit of time. I kind of extended a little tree line here, and I actually spent a little bit of time and worked on some of the interiors. Not nearly enough of what we need to do. There's still a lot of stuff to do here, but we had this little storage room on this side, so we added some barrels, a shelf with some items on it, and just some various things in here. The only thing that's a little bit tricky is because this wall is on a diagonal, I can't actually stick a door here. There is no there's no diagonal doors that work, even with the copycat blocks that we've been using to do these diagonal walls. So the best thing that I could figure out to do was just sort of frame it with these copycat vertical slices and some logs. So it looks okay. I'm not super wild about it. I may see. I don't remember what the light source is that's in here, but oh, it's got to be this lamp right here. But I may end up doing something just to kind of darken that up a little bit. We've got a couple of pedestals with some made with these square chiseled stone bricks pillars, which are made through the architect's cutter, and statues holding iron swords. Started not a whole lot in here, but these oak tables from the handcrafted mod look pretty well. I need to do a lot more in this room. The biggest thing that I did was I fixed the stairwell. The way that I had built the stairwell a couple episodes ago, it would have made the first floor really, really, really tall. Like it would have been way up there by the time it was done. So what I did is I kind of came back, and instead of using stairs, I ended up using a whole bunch of cobblestone slabs, which is a little bit shorter. Added this little section here with just like a little dark storeroom under the stairs. I think what we will probably end up doing is after we finish Marpenoth Hall, I may do like a secret entrance in here that leads to one of our other dungeon builds underneath it. I think that would be really cool to do. We're at Y level 81 here, so we've got a lot of vertical space beneath us that we could use for a dungeon. I think that'll work out really well. I've got a little sign here as a reminder that I need to put a window on this wall. That is on the map, but I haven't done it yet. And then when we go up to the second level, there's nothing up here at this point. We've got some progress and stuff to do on that before we get anywhere. This is the courtyard that we finished up the other day. I did just kind of come through and add a few pieces of grass and things like that. Stonehome Games says, doing good today, running Curse of Strahd for the first time tonight. Strahd is one of my favorite Dungeons and Dragons villains, so that is exciting. If you have not read the Strahd novels, probably came out in the 90s or somewhere around there. They're really, really good. I really enjoyed them. It's been a really long time since I've read them, but they are a great way to kind of get Strahd's personality. There's at least two of them that I know of. There's one that really tells his story, and then there's one about Aslan Rex, which is another Dark Lord from the Ravenloft setting, and he interacts a lot with Strahd. So it's a really good series, and you should check it out. Okay, so we need some smooth stone, and we probably need some planks. Stonehome Games says, didn't know the novels existed. We'll check them out. Yeah, do that. They're really good. They are really great books, and I think you should give them a chance. Okay, let me get my bearings here. We are right here at this spot, so we need to do 3 blocks out from here. We are listening to the Power Blade soundtrack from the NES. We played Power Blade a couple of weeks ago on Sunday Night NES, and I finally got around to downloading the soundtrack. It's a really great piece of 8-bit music from that era. Like we've got a window here. That goes to 3 out. That goes to about right there. Probably go back later on. Right now all of these are just the stone bricks. I'll probably go back later on and mix some of this up with stone or the cracked bricks, things like that, just to kind of tweak things a little bit. Oh yeah, I need to put all this down because my dimensions are going to be off a little bit if I don't. There we go. Really trying to remember to use the wand that we made the other day. It really will make this build quite a bit faster if I do. Okay, so we got that. There should be about one block here. Like maybe 2 blocks for the window right here. Grab a couple more than that. Keep running out. There we go. Yeah, those dimensions are going to be off a little bit. This is times when I actually wish I had a third monitor, because there's enough turns in this section right here that I would really like to have the map up full time so that I can see what I need to be doing. But I don't have enough screen real estate to do that. And if I pull it up with the little hotkey, it blocks your view of what's going on. So it's a little bit tricky. Okay, so let's do... Yeah, that's what I need to do. Maybe that'll work. I'm gonna take these out. Hello, Jacob Shelby. Welcome in. How are you and the kids doing? All right. Oh. That's right, I need to put this here. We are continuing work on our Marpenoth Hall build. Hello, Trial Fan. Welcome in. Jacob, I know that you guys have had quite a bit going on. I hope things have sort of settled down a little bit for you guys. Hello, Dancer. Welcome in. Okay, so we need make some slabs. Jacob says the boys are excited. They've got a new friend, Nika, watching. Well, hello, Nika. Welcome in. It's always exciting to have new people watching my streams. So this this area right here is, I guess, sort of like another entrance into the manor hall. We have this entrance down on this end, and then there's sort of another entrance on this side. So Jacob says, yes, we've had a lot going on, but things are settling down. Thanks for asking. I'm glad to hear that. It's getting nighttime, so I'm going to turn on our night vision. If you were watching last stream, we built the gem helmet, which is a really cool helmet from the ProjectE mod. And that gives us a nifty little night vision ability. So even when it turns dark, even though I don't have enough torches laid out, you guys can still see what I'm doing, which has been an issue throughout the rest of the stream, where it gets dark and no one else can see what I'm doing. Okay, so we need to that wall kind of comes out like that. Probably not that far. Should go the rest of the way. I'm kind of jumping around from sections here, but that's just sort of how it goes some days. I slept really well last night, but I slept so hard it was like kind of hard to get woke up this morning. Actually going to take out that block, and we're going to replace that with log. My oak logs at. There they are. Just to give some different kind of definitions here and there. Need some more planks. So let's grab our oak doors. We are going to grab the tall oak doors that are added in this mod pack. I'm going to stick them on this side so that they're kind of recessed a little bit from the outside. I like the way that looks. Well, the other doors we don't have that way. I think I'm going to go back and change all the doors, though. I think I'm going to put all the doors on the inside of the blocks, because I do like the slightly recessed door. I think it adds a little bit more definition to things. I'll go back and I'll do that later on. Okay, so we need to lay down a whole bunch more of these. And we need to make use of our infinity wand that quickly. Yeah, Trialfan says I like the recessed doors better. I do too. So I think I'm going to go back and I'll do that later on. So this needs to go out one more block. There should be a door there. Grab some planks. And grab my all oak doors. I may go back at some point. There are a bunch of different of these. There's a whole bunch of different varieties for the doors. The tall oak doors are just simply the easiest door to build. But there's a whole bunch of different varieties. I may go back later on. I'm actually thinking these dark oak doors might look really cool. Because it would add a little bit of color definition in this area, especially where these plank walls are. So I may go back and do that later on. Right now, we are still just trying to get the basic structure of the build finished. And once we get all of that done, then we'll work on the rest of it. So this needs to come out about the same width. So it needs to come out to here. Or knock out the window, be on this step, blocks up. That should look right. like Jacob, does Nika play Dungeons and Dragons as well? I know that the boys do. All right, so we should be able to go maybe 4 blocks out from that. Need to grab some more of our smooth stone bricks. I was watching a YouTube video just before I started the stream that shows a really cool process where you can use the maps in Minecraft to display any image you want. There's a website that lets you upload an image and it converts it into a data file that works for one of the maps. And that means you can display any image you want. But I think what I'm probably going to end up doing is after we finish this build, I'm going to have a image of Dyson Logos actual maps so that you can see the actual map and then you can see what we've built, you know, to kind of go along with it. I think that'll be a nice little way to kind of display everything. Okay, so we need to start adding in some of our glass. We're gonna grab our copycat walls that we've used in all of the other builds, and we are going to use our glass, which is right there. These copycat blocks are just a godsend. We've used them in so many different ways throughout this build, and in this case, they're from the Create Copycats Plus mod, which is one of the cooler mods in this Builders Paradise 2 mod pack. This mod pack is all about creating your own designs. Am I putting that in the right spot? Yeah, it is on the outside. Okay. For a second, I thought the windows were on the inside of the got there. We need it right here. I've actually been thinking about adding another stream into my cycle. I was thinking about doing one based on Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which is absolutely one of my favorite games. And You guys know that I tend to enjoy modded gameplay and I tend to enjoy ROM hacks and things like that. And there is a really, really cool randomizer mod for Castlevania Symphony of the Night, which changes up the locations of basically every item in the game. Particularly like the relics that you need to progress through the game and all of that sort of stuff. And I've been thinking about doing that because that right there. It's one of those games that I really love it. I haven't played it in a long time. And so I'm thinking about adding that into my rotation. It would probably be on Fridays if I do that. I haven't decided if it'll be Friday daytime or if it'll be Friday evenings. Possibly Friday evenings. It's not a very long game, and it's fairly easy to progress through, so I don't imagine that stream series would be very long. Need to stick our oak logs here. This is going to be kind of interesting. There is actually like a little Crowfan says, I vote for Friday evenings. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I do the Sunday Night NES. It seems to work pretty well at the 7 p.m. Eastern time slot. And I will probably do something like that as well. So we need our copycat vertical slopes here. And we're going to need one here. One on the inside here. Same on this side. Carlfan says you could probably drop a poll in your weekend chats to ask what the general consensus would be. That's probably not a bad idea. I will probably do that when I do my streams this weekend. Yeah, I like that. That looks good. Actually, I need to... These should actually, instead of having a pointed edge, should actually do the copycat slopes right here as well. Yeah, that should be what it should actually look like. Not supposed to be up there. There we go. Okay, yeah, that looks pretty good. I like that. Okay, so we've got actually supposed to be a door right here. Into this room. which is sort of a, looks like sort of a conference room or a large dining room. We'll get to that in a minute. I'm gonna go ahead and go back, because I'll probably forget about it if I don't do it now. I'm gonna go ahead and go back and swap out these doors to put them on inside so that they are recessed on this side. I honestly would love it if someone would come out with a mod that actually sticks the doors like right in the middle of the block. I don't know if that's actually possible, but I mean, people have done so many crazy things with mods. I wouldn't be surprised. I do like that there is a mod in this mod pack that normally in Minecraft, when you have these double doors like this, if you right click on one, it only opens one door. And I really like this little quality of life thing where it opens both doors at the same time. It's one of those things that is so minor, but I don't know, it adds so much to my gameplay. I pretty much try to stick that mod in just about every mod pack that I play, if it's not already in there. Is that all the doors? Yeah, I think it is. Okay, that's all the doors. Except for this one, but I don't think I'm going to mess with that one. I like the way that one works. It's okay. Okay, so there should be on this side. Hang on just one second, guys. I'm going to actually move my map down just a little bit so that I can actually see where everything needs to be. So we've kind of moved on to that point. Okay, so so we need to do like maybe 2 blocks out from this side. Window. Then looks like there's actually like a fail. Did it again. Okay, there we go. So we need to go 9 blocks across. Oh, I need to go up higher here. Yeah, I do still have my slabs. Okay. There we go. That should work. Okay. Go ahead and grab a whole bunch of our smooth stones so that we can finish this up quickly. That infinity wand was definitely a good decision to build. Glass in here. Our time. So I normally show off some cool items at the beginning of each of my streams. I didn't do it this morning because there wasn't a whole bunch of people in chat right now, but now that we've got some folks in here, I am going to show these off. I got a Toad plushie to add to my collection in the back. You can see I've got a couple of Mario plushies in the back already. Found this at a thrift store. It is the Treasure Tracker Captain Toad. I don't actually know which Mario game this guy is from. I haven't owned a Nintendo system since the Nintendo DS. So I haven't really kept up with the Mario games. So if you know which game this guy is actually from, let me know. I'm sure one of my younger viewers will pop in. I'm gonna go right there. And if you have watched my weekend streams, Britflix is one of our treasured community members, and her daughter Lydia hangs out a lot of times with us on Saturdays. Lydia has just turned 13. And Lydia built a really cool thing for me. She built me a Lego Wobblebot. She said I didn't have enough black blocks to do the suit, but I think it's really cool the way it is. I love it. It's absolutely amazing. They stopped by the other day and dropped this off, and you know, my face just lit up when I saw it. I think it is the coolest thing ever. So that is going to go on the shelf behind me after this stream, and we'll have a treasured place on my stream after that. So huge thank you to Lydia for that. Lydia's not in the chat right now because she's cool, but it is really, really cool, and I love it a lot. So Jacob says Aster wants to know why you don't have a Switch. I don't have a Switch because I am poor, Aster. I am sorry, but I am poor, and I do not have a Nintendo Switch. Maybe one day. I would love to have a Nintendo Switch, but it is not in the cards at the moment, and maybe one day. Okay, where am I? I showed all that stuff off, and now I am turned around and not sure where I need to be. Okay, so we need to do that. Okay, that goes back one. Because I think this is sort of like a fireplace here, which would be really cool. We will probably actually come back and replace this with... Actually, do I have bricks? I do have bricks. I can make bricks. Make those and throw that into our... I think this is sort of like a fireplace right here. Actually, as much as I would love to have a Nintendo Switch, if I were going to buy a handheld system, I would probably go for the Steam Deck. And that's nothing against Nintendo. I really like the Nintendo Switch. I think it's a really cool system. But I have so many games on Steam. I've been a PC gamer for... well over 15 years, maybe 20 years now. And so I have so many games on Steam. I feel like it would be more beneficial to me to have a Steam Deck so that I could play a lot of the games that are already in my Steam library on a handheld device. Which is kind of heartbreaking because Nintendo has some really, really cool exclusive games. And Nintendo has resisted the urge to put their games on other platforms. So it's really, really hard to find some of those really cool exclusive games on anything else. But it's kind of one of those things like, you know, I really wish I could do that, but it would just make more sense to get a Steam Deck. I think this actually needs to be this actually needs to be our copycat blocks here. That wasn't what I planned on doing. Let's grab some dirt so we can fill this back in. Jacob says game systems have gotten so insanely expensive. They really have, and unfortunately, I think that's only going to continue to get worse. I don't think we're going to see prices on game systems come down anytime soon. Which is why I am really happy that I have so many other fantastic games to play. Stone Homie says, "What's up, Wobble? Welcome in, Stone Homie." Says, "I got caught up in Final Fantasy X and forgot it was Wednesday." You know, Getting caught up in Final Fantasy is one of those things that happens. Hiya, Kayla. Welcome in. If that's going to be a... Need some fireplaces? Campfires, there we go. We need. Then we're gonna do make some brick slabs. How do we make the parapets? We actually made some of those when we first built an oak plank and a bunch of sticks. Oh, I don't want that to be at the top. I want it to be at the bottom. That went too much. Not what I wanted. I don't think you can pick them at the bottom. They only go at the top. So let's grab, there was a shelf. That should work. Doesn't stick out quite as far, I don't think, though. If I like that. Want a bigger, Okay, let's check our copycat blocks and see what we've got. Copycat. Step. Copycat step might work. Or copycat half panel. Try the copycat half panel. How that does. I want it to be... I think I'm gonna have to do some creative placements here. Let's do that, that. Cat half panels. That out, and then place our planks. That should work. Yeah, that looks okay. That adds sort of a we do that doesn't work. Oh, because it's at the bottom. I got you. I don't know. I'll play around with the mantelpiece a little bit. I don't like the stripes here, but I can probably do. Ooh, I know. Let's do stripped logs. That will do better. I think I have oak stripped logs in the table yet, so that I actually need an axe for that, so I need to grab one. Okay, there we go. Do that, that. Yeah. Okay, I like that much better. I like that a lot better. That looks good. In fact, I'm going to just to add a little definition here. I'm gonna stick that hearth out just a smidge. I like that. Oh, that's good. I don't know if I can place this when I've already got the... Not gonna work. I was thinking I might be able to make the bricks stick out just a little bit, but if I do that, I won't be able to put the panel or the won't be able to put the panel there. I don't think, unless you can do, I don't know. I'll mess with that later on. I like the way that looks for right now. I want to get back to building the rest of all this, but before I do that, since we do have a couple of new viewers today, I will do a very quick flyby of the rest of our little community here that is being built. We have, of course, Stone Homies, wonderful sheep shrine. I actually made a little tweak to this. We added a chest. And in the chest, it says, visit Dramaria.com with a whole bunch of wool. And also to commemorate their recent award, we have the World Anvil Pillars of Progress 2025. In the back here, we have Jack's wonderful Gema Garage. Still don't know why it says... I think it's because of this waystone that's down here. I think when you fly close to the waystones, it shows off the name of the waystone, and the names of the waystones are randomly generated. So this is Jack's Schema Garage, which is really, really cool. We have over here one of the first things that we built. This is our little barn with some of our barnyard animals, the cow, a couple of sheep. I need to go through at some point and try to get all of the different colors of sheep. We have our chicken coop over here, full of our chickens. I finally put a roof on my house. I'm a little annoyed though, because my blocks are off by 1. So my parapets don't look right. I need to fix that at some point. Our really cool acacia tree with our stringed lights on it. The Tower of Cartographer Nearslew, who is one of my Ko-fi members, which is really cool. We got a lot of neat things in here, including Liberty Bell, who is Nearslew's real life pet who passed away a while back. So we memorialize Liberty Bell in the room. And here we have a map of the local area, which we actually are going to need to update fairly soon, because this map does not show everything that we built since this map was put together. And we've actually built quite a few things since then. I kind of added in a little bit of a pathway here. Eventually I'm going to do a bridge that goes across here, but I haven't done that yet. Here is another one of my Ko-fi member builds. This is the Terrarium of Deviant D&D Mom, which I'm still planning on adding a like a lizard or a gecko to the inside of it. I just haven't figured out how I want to do it. There is a little tiles mod that should allow me to build what I want at the scale that I want. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. And we have started work on a new build, which is for a Ko-fi member named Gusty. Gusty was actually the first person to ever sign up for a Ko-fi membership. And this build is a tornado. We are using... What's that? We are using a collection of different blocks. We're using a lot of glass in different shapes. This build is fairly time consuming, and I haven't really done a whole lot with it yet. It's going to end up going up very large, and it will look very cool when it's done. It mostly looks best from a distance, and probably best... Oh, that's what that is. It's phantoms. I guess I should probably sleep at some point. We will definitely add a couple of cows to the tornado when it's done. It doesn't look like much at this point, but I think it's going to look really cool when it's done. Apparently phantoms have their own music, which is funny because I thought I had music turned off. I do have music turned off, but apparently the music that the phantoms have doesn't respect that that setting. I don't think they're pterodactyls. I think they are like some kind of weird bat thing. Why do the phantoms have weird jazzy music? Is that something they have in the base game? Or is that something added by one of these mods? I don't know. Stone Homie says it was Pig Step. Alright, we are going to run back to our house and sleep so that the phantoms stop spawning around us. Alright, so that is our tour of what we have so far. What I'm planning on doing is after I finish up Marpenoth Hall, I'm going to release the world download on my Ko-fi. So if you download the Builders Paradise 2 mod pack, you'll be able to load the world and actually explore all the things that we built. So that's something I'm planning on doing. I wanted to wait until we finish Marpenoth Hall before we do that. So we're going to get back into building. We have a few things to finish up today. I want to finish up these last couple of rooms here at the top of the map that you see, just to give you the right orientation. This is the orientation that we are seeing, so we need to finish those up. Grab our bricks again. Trial Fan says they look like pterodactyls, and the music definitely doesn't fit them. No, it does not. But I have not actually played unmodded Minecraft in so long that I don't actually know if the music is part of the base game or not. I don't know if that's something that's added by one of the mods in the mod pack. I don't think it is. It probably must be base game, because I don't think this mod pack would add that. Doesn't seem like something that would fit with the theme of the mod pack. Okay, so we've got that. We need to add our window. Hey, we got some pillagers over here. Go take them out real quick. No more pillagers. More of those. Copycat bottles or glass. Not glass bottles. Glass. For those of you who have just come into the stream, I was talking earlier about possibly adding a stream on Friday evenings to do Castlevania Symphony of the Night with a randomizer mod. Castlevania Symphony of the Night is one of my favorite games, and the randomizer mod changes up the locations of pretty much every weapon and item in the game, including the relics that you need to progress through the castle. So what that ends up doing is you actually end up having to move through the castle in different ways depending on which relics you find. And there's even some options that change up the strength of the monsters. So what it can do is it can make it so that a monster has like 25% of their normal health or up to 200% of their normal health. It also changes up their it can change up their immunities and their attack power and all of those kind of things. Thank you to Stone Homie for dropping the link to the Ko-fi page. Ko-fi donations are always appreciated. I'm actually in the middle of trying to save up for a CPU upgrade. And remember, if you sign up for a monthly membership on Ko-fi, you will actually receive, not only do you get a special Discord role in the Discord, but I will build a special Ko-fi build for this world in your honor. So all of these builds that you see, the Stone Homie's Shrine, the Tower of Cartographer Nearslu, the awesome Terrarium build, and the Tornado that I'm working on, all of those are builds that were done to commemorate the members who support my channel and support the work that I do. Jack's Schema Garage was a birthday present, so he gets special permission. Let's see. You need to do... Got that. Got the 3 blocks there. I need to do 3 here, because this is going to be another exit on this side. This should actually be smooth stone, I think. This looks like it's a stairwell leading out. Yeah, it is. Looks like there is... Oh man, did I screw this up? I don't think so. I didn't. Oh, okay. I got you. That goes there. Got a bunch of bricks. That's not what I wanted. I feel like my dimensions are off here somehow. Better. Okay, this is not supposed to stick out like this. That's where my problem is. So that goes like that. Okay, we've got that goes into there. This actually needs to... This wall is not supposed to be here. I don't think that's supposed to stick out as far either. I'm getting turned around looking at my map. And I think what I'm doing is splitting things off in weird ways. Okay, so that should stick out there. There should be a window here. Yeah, there should be a window right here. Okay. After the window, there should be 3 more blocks. That should go like that. That's not there. There we go. We've got kind of a sharp cliff right here. After I finish the build, I'll go through and kind of smooth this out so it doesn't look quite so stark. So that needs to go 6 blocks out. 2, 3, 5, 6. Oh, that's not what I meant to hit. There we go. Actually not taking a break right now. I accidentally hit the wrong button on my hotkeys. Let's get an aerial view and check this and make sure I'm doing this right. Yeah, I think so. This actually needs to come out 1 more block. Take our smooth stones all the way across. And this is actually not stone. This is supposed to be our wood wall. It would be a lot of fun. Stonehomie says, I can't wait to see this place filled with pillagers and ravagers. Then it'll be like a proper dungeon. It would be a lot of fun to actually stick some spawners in here. I'm not sure if you can move spawners in this mod pack. I know in some mod packs you can. There may be a way to do it. I know there are like some powered spawners. And we could probably hide, you know, the stuff that's necessary to power them. We could hide it underneath the building or something. I gotta drop some stuff off. My inventory's getting a bit cluttered here. There's actually supposed to be a door right here. Door. Sure if I actually like that where it is. I know that's the way it's supposed to be, but I think I'm gonna move it over one. I think it's one of those cases where what looks good on the map doesn't really look good in Minecraft. I like that better. Yeah, go with that. Got the window there. This should arguably be That goes out like that. It actually needs to go... out. Just up with, oh. I feel like this whole side of the castle or the manor hall, it's going to be a little bit weird because of the yeah. Do an aerial view here. Yes, some of our dimensions are off a little bit. This needs to come in by a block. Yeah, that whole part is out of whack. Take all this down and kind of start over here. Okay, so we've got that window there. Comes through. Needs to come all the way down. Down this way. So this actually needs to come in by a block. This is what you get with Minecraft and its funky dimensions. All right, let's do our window here again. Okay. That is getting better. Now this wall should come out at most right here. But see, that's all kinds of wrong. No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not wonky at all. I got it. I got it figured out. I think I got it figured out. Do I actually have it figured out? I don't know. I may build all this and look at it again and realize that it's off. I know I'm supposed to put that door directly in the corner, but I just don't like that look, so I'm not going to do that. And Dyson Logos is just going to have to get over it. Not that Dyson Logos is actually has been watching my stream that I know of. Crowdfan says, it's been fun. Have to leave to do errands. Catch you on Discord. Thanks for hanging out with us. This stream is actually only got about 10 or 15 minutes left anyway, so we are getting fairly close to the end. I may stream a little bit later just because I kind of want to finish up this area. But I do have some other errands and stuff that I need to run today. Freya is due for her allergy shots, so I really need to take her to do that at some point today. I've been trying to do it all week, and other things have just kept getting in the way, so... Okay, before I put that door in there, I want to double check this and make sure this is what I want to do. Yeah, no, that door needs to come in a bit. Well, no, it doesn't. Oh, okay. It does. It needs to come in one block, but I see what the problem is. The problem is I stuck the window one block shy. Again, probably not really, because I think what I've run into is I think the dimensions in this section are just not going to translate well into Minecraft. So we kind of got to just figure it out ourselves. But I think it will look better if we do this. That's not where to go. Okay, and then these all need to come in block. A little funky, but I think we're gonna call it. I think that'll work. Okay, we got that. Open this up. Should be a log right. Tablet go. There it is. Looking cloudy outside. Supposed to have rainstorms today, I think. Not exactly wild about, but we haven't had a lot of rain lately, so it's probably a good thing. I need to check my 3, 4, 7. Yeah, I think that's going to fix our problems. There should be a window right here. The rest of this should be. So there is a stairwell in this room. That's going to be about here. I'm probably going to end up having to come back and screw with this quite a bit later. Get the height right, because I had to do that quite a bit with the stairwell on the other side. This actually might work better as 4, based on the way it looks. I'm gonna try to do. Let's move this. Go. Oh, I'm stuck on wobble cam. I don't know what happened. I must have tapped my hotkey. Sorry, guys. Oops. Everyone likes wobble cam. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back later on and play around with the dimensions on the stairwell to get it to line up, I think. I think it really needs to be... It needs to go higher than what it is. What I'm going to end up having to do is I'm going to have to look at the second floor just to figure out where this stairwell is supposed to come out at. That's the thing that I'm not really sure on. And I'm not going to pull that up right now while I'm just playing around with stuff. I will probably end up fixing that off stream. But let's take a look here and see what all we need to do to finish this up. Looks like all we really need to do is finish up this corner and the room with the large table. That's really all we need to finish up, I think. Dyson Logos, hello, hello, hello. Welcome in. I will give you a pretty good aerial view of what we've got. This is what we have so far. We've had to do a couple of little tweaks here and there because translating map dimensions to the to Minecraft is a little bit tricky. But we don't have any of the interiors yet. We are playing on Builders Paradise 2, which is a mod pack that adds a lot of interesting building blocks. It adds, some diagonal blocks, which are really necessary for the way this build is oriented. Like I said, I haven't got the interiors finished up yet, but we are working on it. Mostly we've been working on doing the layout. We finished up the courtyard just recently, which has turned out really nice. I'm really pleased with the way the courtyard turned out. The this end of the manor has given me a little bit of trickiness making the dimensions fit. We finished up the fireplace in this room here. Yeah, you can grab the Builders Paradise 2 mod pack on the FTB launcher. It's really, really cool. And what I'm planning on doing after I have finished up the build, I'm planning on releasing the mod pack, or releasing the save file on my Ko-fi as a free download. So anyone who has the Builders Paradise 2 mod pack will be able to check it out. So thank you so much, Dyson Logos, for creating such a really cool and inspiring map. This is the first build of this series that we've been working on. And I'm planning on actually doing a dungeon underneath it. I'll link that to a different Dungeons and Dragons dungeon that we're going to build. I think it's going to be really, really cool. We are almost done with the bottom floor. Once we finish that up, then we will finish up the 2 second floor sections. For those that have not seen the second floor of the map, there is a second floor that goes over this section, and there is a second floor that goes over this section of the manor. And then we'll be done. We'll be pretty much done with the entire build, and I'm really excited to try it. So we should be just about finished up. And you actually popped in at just about the right time, Dyson Logos, because we are actually a little bit past our normal end time. So we didn't completely get the first floor done. We did get most of it done. We've got one like a dining hall or kind of conference room looking spot to finish up. I may even just go ahead and finish that up off stream so that we can go ahead and move on to the second floor on our next stream. But we have made a lot of progress today. We finished up a lot of sections of the manor. And after we finish up the second floor, then it will be time to work on fleshing out the interiors. The interiors on the map are fairly minimalist, so I'm probably going to take a fair amount of time and sort of take some creative license on that to do my own thing as far as the interiors of each room. Dyson Logos says, take care, I'm off to draw more maps. Well, thank you so much for popping in, Dyson Logos. It's really cool to see you in my stream. And again, thank you for creating such a really cool map to work on. All right, so thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. We have our next stream on Saturday. We are going to be continuing our playthrough of Final Fantasy IV Ultima. I've been spending a fair amount of time this week just doing some grinding on levels for that. So we will hopefully be able to beat a couple of the bosses that we have come across. You know, I've been debating on that one if I want to start a new game plus. If I start a new game plus, it increases the cap of the levels and the stats so that we can actually have an easier time beating some of the super bosses that are in the game. If I do that, you know, we have to go back through the story again, and I think I would probably do that mostly off stream. So it's something I'm thinking about. We're getting close to the point where you have that decision to make. And I may end up doing that. But for now, like I said, this Diamonds and Dragons stream is coming to a close. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. To Stonehomie and Trial Fan and Stonehome Games and Kayla and everybody else. And big thank you to Dyson Logos for popping into the stream and checking up on our progress. So you guys have a wonderful week. I'm going to take Freya to the vet and get her steroid shot so that she stops itching. And I will see you guys on Saturday. Bye-bye.